Yeah, cultural. This is a village on its own. It's a former island, and it's still some sort of island cultural.
Well, 70% or so wouldn't take it.
If the Bible warns you about it, like this is not good. This is the end of time. So please stay awake and
Moin Moin und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Große Freiheit TV. Wir sind hier in Urk in Holland am Eiselmeer. Ich hoffe, ich habe den Namen richtig ausgesprochen. Und zwar ist das hier laut dem ZDF die Hochburg der Corona-Leugner, wo 98% Christen sind, die der Impfung sehr kritisch gegenüberstehen. Hinter uns ist hier der Hafen, da hinten war das Testzentrum, was im Januar von jungen Menschen angezündet worden ist. Das haben sie natürlich so dargestellt, dass das hier ständig passiert bei den Corona-Gegnern. Und wir haben uns gesagt, wir wollten hier einfach mal mit den Leuten sprechen, ob das so, wie es beim ZDF dargestellt wurde, auch tatsächlich so ist. Wir haben ja so, ich denke mal, so 10 Leuten, mit denen sind wir ins Gespräch gekommen. Wir waren jetzt so 4-5 Stunden hier. Davon waren wirklich, ich denke mal, bis auf 2, 3 wirklich alle Christen, dass sie sich als Christ bezeichnet haben. Die Mehrheit der Leute waren auch der Impfung sehr kritisch eingestellt. Und ja, viel Spaß bei den Interviews, die wir hier geführt haben. So we have one person who doesn't want to show her face. So you said you live outside of this town, maybe, and you said it's a complete different world here. Maybe can you explain it?
Yeah, cultural. This is a village on its own. It's a former island, and it's still some sort of island cultural seeing. And my social life is completely in Noordoostpolder. And I do have a lot of Urker friends and know a lot of people. But they have a complete social, distanced world from outside of mine. And they're nice and friendly, but you'll never get to know them to the real point, because they stay at themselves, and it doesn't mix well with other people. This is just, they have their own language. It's a lot like Dutch, but when you don't know Urkers as a language, you can't understand it.
Oh, they even have their own language.
Yeah, they even have their own language. And the faith is very important op Urk, but also family and family connections. And when you're not connected to an Urker in family, then it's a lot harder to get inside of the village.
Well, I'm Benjamin van Urk. I'm from this place. I've been here all my life. I was born and raised here. So.
Okay, so what's going on in this place? Like the media told us, or they want to tell us, here are like the Christian anti-vaxxers. What's your point of view?
Yeah, well, there sure are some people that are anti-vaccine or whatever, but there are also people that don't care, or they just take the vaccine and don't second guess it, or how do you say it? Well, me personally, I wouldn't take it, the vaccine, but that's for a whole lot of reasons. I just don't trust the whole corona situation as a whole. I think there is a lot more to it than meets the eye.
So we got another interview partner. She doesn't want to show her face, but she works in the health industry. She's afraid to lose her job. Would you agree that many people here in Urk are anti the corona vaccine?
oh yes, I think 90%.
90%.
I think yeah. A lot of people are against it, and I think it's because they are very down to earth, but also due to beliefs, like religion, and I'm actually pretty blessed that I'm living here. So it's that's why it's easy, I think, to hoe zeg je dat? How do you say it? that's why I'm still standing.
So, and would you agree that most of the people here are anti-vaxxers? They don't want to take the corona vaccine, or what's your point of view to this?
Yeah, lots of people don't want to take it, and for different reasons. Some people want to see what happens to other people who are vaccinated and just wait and sit down. But there's also people who, from believing standpoint of view, they say, I don't want it because the Bible says it's not necessary, or because the church says it's not necessary.
At first, like, what would you say? How many people here in this town won't take the vaccine in percentage?
Well, I'm really not sure about that. I think if it were me, I think most people wouldn't take it.
Wouldn't.
Aye. Those are my friends, so. But I think if I have to put a percentage of it, I think about 70% or so wouldn't take it. 70%. That's just an estimate, or that's what I think.
And it's about, like, of course, you have your personal reason. We talk about it later. But you think it's because of the Christian belief, or what do you think are the reasons for most of the people?
Well, for most of the people, that's probably the reason. But I think Urk in general is sometimes a bit, always a little skeptical about government situations, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I think they second guess everything that the government tells them what to do, if you understand what I mean. And I think that's probably the reason too.
Wij geloven, God wil niet, die is de maker van het leven. God schept het leven. En dat mogen wij als mensen, ook een schepsel van God, niet een ander schepsel, het leven benemen.
So, and do you, what, like, is it just because they are religious, or like in the documentary they said it's about fetuses, like people say, and actually they said they interviewed a family in Urk, and the father said, or the man said, oh, we don't want to take the vaccine because there are fetuses inside the vaccine, and we don't want to support killing babies. So do you think it's because of this religious belief, or do they have other reasons for not taking the vaccine? You, of course, you have work experience, but what do you think? What are the reasons for the people to be anti-vaxxers?
Well, also because of the aborted fetus that's in the vaccine. So yeah, and because they are very stubborn and down to earth over here. That's also a part that's important to know. And I also think, and most part is religion, I guess, because the Bible says that. How am I going to explain this in English? The Bible says that it's like a lot of signs that we are in the end of time. If you're reading the Bible, the last book of the Bible, of the last part of the Bible, you will find that a lot of things that are happening right now, and also the vaccine, it's like the sign of the beast. At least that's what I'm believing, and a lot of Christians are also believing this. I think that's why a lot of Christians and people on earth don't want to take the vaccine, because this is like a warning. The Bible warns you about it, like this is not good, this is the end of time, so please stay awake. And in the Bible also says take you have like an easy road. It's like a big road, and it's nice, it's flat, and you have like a very small path, and it's going over the mountains, and it's very rocky and not nice to walk about it. But you have to choose in life. You have to choose the rocky path, the hard way, the hard path, and not the nice road. So
everyone goes,
yeah, exactly. And I think that's the main reason why a lot of people don't take the vaccine, because when you don't take the vaccine, you have like a lot of consequences. You can't travel anymore, and like it's not right now. It's not that bad, but I think it's going to be very bad. Maybe eventually we can't do our groceries without the vaccine. Like I think that is going to happen.
Most of us still are Christians here, and that's certainly a binding factor. But also I think it's getting less now, but most people know each other, you know. And yeah, that's probably a reason why we are such a tight community.
How come people are so religious in this town? Like, do you think it's because it was an island before, or do you think it's just the way it is for some reasons?
Oh, that's a hard question. Well, I do think it's because, well, it was an island, so we were quite isolated, and like everyone was religious, so it was normal. So I think it's like a part of the culture here. And I don't think everybody here is like very religious. Like they just go to church because it's normal, you know. But I'm starting to see that a lot of people from my age are not religious anymore, or think differently about the church and about the Bible and etc. But people are religious because it's just normal. It's not because they are really religious, but it's just the way it is here.
And in this documentary from the German government TV, they said they set the test station on fire here. Have you heard about it as well?
Yeah, yeah, I've heard about it.
And was it on purpose, or was it just like young people who wanted to just light something up?
Yeah, young people wanted to mess around, and they were bored, I think. And it was ideal, some kind of protesting, and I think it ran out of hand a bit. It was a bit worse. The outcome was a bit worse than the intention.
So let's get to your personal reasons why you won't take the vaccine. You think there's something bigger behind it?
Yeah, well, I think they certainly have not been tested thoroughly enough. I mean, the long-term, I don't know the word, consequences are not really known yet. And yeah, that's a big reason why I would certainly wait till I take it, or wouldn't take it at all. And I think the whole Corona situation, I think the illness is much more comparable to like the
normal flu.
Normal flu. Now I wouldn't say normal, but I don't know the word. And, a stronger, severe flu. Yeah. And if you look at the data, it certainly seems there are a lot of comparable stats, or how should I say it? So I think it's certainly the government. Let me think of the words.
Yeah, take your time.
It makes it bigger as it is.